There are some amazing builders here on Florida's Space Coast, but some are looking for any opportunity to take advantage of home buyers. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to look for. If you're new here, my name's Alexandra and I'm a local realtor down on Florida's Space Coast. I have people calling me every day and I absolutely love it. So if you have any questions about what it might be like to live here on Florida's Space Coast, go ahead and give me a call, shoot me a text message, or send me an email. I've got your answers and I would love to chat with you. And if you want to keep seeing videos like this, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. All right, let's get into it. First, let's talk about high pressure sales tactics. If you've ever wandered into a model home by yourself, you probably remember being made to sign in immediately. What this does is takes away your ability to be represented by your own representation. At this point, you have to use the builder's realtor. And the builder's realtor only has one person in mind, and that's the builder. Some of these high pressure sales tactics include trying to get you to sign papers as quickly as possible while answering as few questions as possible. And they may promise you the world, but not deliver. Make sure if you're doing this by yourself and not having your own representation, which I do not recommend, by the way, just make sure to read those contracts. And if you don't understand them, you need to find someone that does understand them and can explain them to you. And you probably don't want to be asking the builder's realtor because they're going to gloss over things to do anything they can do to get you to sign those papers. Usually, the slower the market is and the slower homes are selling, the more they're going to put pressure on you to buy a home and sign that line quickly as possible. If you use your own realtor, these high pressure tactics don't work because the builder's realtor knows, your realtor knows that they're full of it. I should add a disclaimer here. Not every builder is like this. Like I said, there are some amazing builders here on Florida's Space Coast, but you still want to be aware and watch out for some of these things because not all builders are built the same. So let's talk about having no representation just a little bit more. I mentioned previously that when you walk in to a builder's model home by yourself without a realtor, that you are made to sign in and register with them. Ultimately, this means that you cannot use your own representation. Now, in the fine print, that only lasts about 60 to 90 days. You'll have to read the fine print, but you're not set in forever. But most people, when they're looking at homes, they're ready to buy now, not 90 days from now. So be aware of that. Let's talk about why they don't want you to have your own representation. It's a common misunderstanding that buyers think they may save money by not having a realtor because that realtor's commission won't have to be paid. Well, builders have already factored in realtor commissions into the prices. So if you don't have your own realtor, you're not saving any money on that home. The builder's just pocketing extra money. And not only that, because you don't have your own representation, the builder is more likely to get away with some of those high pressure sales tactics and to do things that you may not notice because you don't work in the field. I'll talk about some of those things later in this video. The best advice that I can give you is to never go to a builder without a realtor. If you're looking for new construction in the Space Coast area, give me a call and I can meet you there so that you can avoid all of these things. Let's talk about design centers. Design centers are used to pad the builder's income. Design centers are usually located off-site and you go there at a later date, well after you've signed the contract. They're usually in a large warehouse with every finish that you can ever imagine, and it's a free-for-all. It's very easy to get excited and sign up for all these upgrades, but it's going to cost you. Most of these design choices are overpriced when compared to market value. If you can DIY things or hire someone at a later date after you moved into the house, you'll likely save some money. If it's your forever home, making these improvements may be worth it. That way, they're just done and you don't have to worry about it later. But if this is a house you're only going to be in for 2 to 3 years, I don't think overpaying for improvements are worth it. And make sure to never go over your budget with design choices. Sometimes when you sell, you won't always recoup all those costs. You don't want to over-upgrade the home. Next on my list to talk about is delivery time, the amount of time in which the builder says your house will be ready to move in. Some builders will be able to have your house ready in 5 to 6 months, while others it can take anywhere from 12 to 24 months. Some builders deliver on time, and we thank you for that. But some do not. You won't know it by talking to them because they'll promise you the world. They'll say, we'll have this house built for you in 3 months, and 3 months rolls by, and your house isn't ready. And maybe I'm wrong here, but I've never seen a house be built in 3 months. It usually takes 9 months to a year or more. The last thing you should watch out for are inspections, and this topic gets me really fired up. Some builders pressure buyers out of getting inspections because it's a new build, the county's inspecting, the state's inspecting, and if it passes their inspections, then it's fine. Which is true. Most things will be caught in these inspections, but not everything. I always recommend that my buyers get a third-party inspection done, and I've never had a third-party inspection done where they have found nothing. They always find something. Sometimes they're bigger things, and sometimes they're smaller, piddly things. But at least those things can get fixed before you moved in, so you're not having problems further down the road. Now, this is the part that really irks me. Some builders do not allow phase inspections, meaning they won't allow you to come in and inspect while they're building the home. A lot of my buyers want to come in and they want to have an inspection done before drywall goes up so that you can kind of make sure that all the wiring and plumbing and everything in the house is good to go before you can't see it anymore. And the builders say no. There is nothing more sketchy to me than a builder not allowing you to inspect during the build, because what are they hiding? Unfortunately, there's not really a way around this because if they say no, you're just out of luck and you can go buy another home elsewhere. Some builders do allow phase inspections and they'll let you inspect whenever you want. So it's important to work with a realtor that you trust. That way they can guide you to which builders allow you to do which things. That way you don't find out later down the road after you've signed that you're at a spot that you don't want to be in and things can't be fixed. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Thanks for watching. Bye!